Welcome to MOHWA USA INC Podcast. My name is Bridget Besim Voma, aka Mabry, MOHWA USA INC National President. Thank you for taking the time to participate and listen to our first podcast, a platform for Manyu women by birth or marriage to celebrate each other, share ideas, challenge, entertain, and educate each other based on the different topics of discussion. This is the first of many to come. Please join us as we take this journey. Welcome to MOHWA USA INC Podcast.
Jesus is coming. Like, I don't know what you're talking about.
And I'm telling you, the children nowadays,
that day is like Jesus himself is there.
From the 1st of January, waiting for the 25th of December to eat that fowl on that day.
it's so interesting. I was like, what is that one over there? What is this? The importance of rice and chicken fowl on Christmas Day or pork on Christmas Day. You just have to go back. So let's go.
The choco. Ujoli. Ekume. Welcome to MOP, the voice of Manyu women. My name is Judith Shabal. I hail from Ekwa village. My family does hail from Ekwa village, though I was born in Bamenda Mankon, a Manyu daughter. From the heart of Manyu to the world, we proudly present MOP, a podcast dedicated to the vibrant and dynamic women of Manyu, by birth or by marriage. This is your space, a place where stories resonate with the rhythm of our shared experiences, dreams, and triumphs. Whether you hail from Manyu by birth or have embraced it through the beautiful bond of marriage, MOP is your sonic sanctuary. Each episode is a journey through the diverse landscape of our lives, bringing the gaps between tradition, modernity, weaving a tapestry of voices that echo the resilience, strength, and beauty of the Manyu woman. Get ready for insightful conversations, empowering narratives, and the celebration of the unique tapestry of our culture. We're here to uplift and connect the incredible women and girl child of Manyu across the globe. So whether you're sipping your morning coffee, commuting to work, or finding a moment of solace in your day, join us on MOP, because every story shared, every experience voiced is a thread that weaves us all together in the beautiful tapestry of Manyu womanhood. It is time to amplify our voices, celebrate our stories, and embrace the power of unity. This is MOP, the voice of Manyu woman. Tune in, subscribe, and let the journey begin. I will now introduce you to my co-hostess, Mirabelle Tambe, a lady of substance. So please welcome Mirabelle Tambe.
Hello, I am Mirabelle Tambe, the civilized village girl who hails from Bachwantai village. I want to welcome all of you to MOHWA USA INC Podcast, MOP. That's what we call it. Hello, beautiful queens. I am going to introduce, today we're actually talking about cultural differences, Christmas traditions between Cameroon and the US. And we have with us 4 of our beautiful queens. I'm going to allow them to introduce themselves. We have Ma Veronica Ataka. Please introduce yourself, Ma Veronica.
Thank you so much, Ma Mirabelle. Thank you. We have been waiting for this podcast for like ever. And the fact that it's here, we are so excited. And speaking to you all right now, my name is Veronica Etaka, born and bred in Manfe. I'm your typical Manyu girl. I hail specifically from Nsanaragati village in the Umojak subdivision of Manfe Manyu. I'm excited to be here and I happen to be your national PRO for MOHWA USA Inc. When we hear MOHWA, it's like Christmas to most of us. So doing this podcast for MOHWA during this Christmas period is Christmas itself. I'm so happy to be here and I hope you all will like, share, enjoy, and subscribe to MOP. Thank you.
You are welcome, Ma Veronica. Thank you for that amazing introduction. So, you know, Morwa is Manyu by birth or by marriage. So, I'm going to introduce our next guest, and I can't wait to hear what she has to say. She is my beautiful queen from my own specific chapter, Maia Besinga. You are on stage.
Thank you so much, Mom Mirabelle. Yeah, we are from the same branch in Maryland, the MOA DMV Baltimore branch in Maryland. And this is my Iya Wase Winifred Besinga. I am affiliated to MOA by marriage. I was married to a Tabo village man, and I am from Mundemba, I'm a Morocco by birth. 100% Oroko from Mundemba, and I love my Manyu people. I love my Manyu culture that I'm affiliated to. I love MOA. That's why you see me here. I am the protocol officer for MOA Baltimore branch. And yeah, when we hear MOA, we are all excited, and that's why we are here today. And just like the Ma Veronica Itaka just said, please subscribe to our MOP channel, our YouTube. Go anywhere. Please watch us, follow us. We are going to post it everywhere. Please post us and follow us, and you will enjoy the women and watch us talk and share with us. Thank you very much. And please share your comments, share whatever you have with us, and tell us what you feel and tell us what you want us to say. And we are ready to welcome your criticisms. Thank you.
Thanks, Maia, for that great introduction. Did you guys hear that? I love my manual women. I love hearing that. We love you too, Queen. Okay, our next guest that I'm going to allow to introduce herself. Oh, look at her pretty face. Ma Rachel Ojong Tambia. Ma Rachel, you have the stage, so please go ahead with your own introduction.
Good evening. What a blessing to be among these beautiful ladies. What a blessing to be in the United States. What a blessing to belong to MOHWA USA.
Amen.
I am Ma Rachel Ojontambla. I'm from Umfuni village. Father from Umfuni, mother from Chang. I am the PRO for MOHWA Georgia Inc. I am also an Ekani Mekanda, for those who know, from Umfuni village. Ekani Mekanda Rachel Ojong. When we hear about this podcast, it's something that I never knew MOHWA USA is going to do it, but just to be part of it makes me so excited. So I'm so happy to be part of it. Thank you so very much. I was born in Victoria, but now it's called Limbe. So that's what I have to say for now. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you, my Candy. Thank you so much. Our other guest is also from my chapter. Oh, I'm so proud of my chapter. My Juliana Ashukem, Big Mambi is what I call her. Ah, she's so traditionist. My Julia, I'm not going to say anymore. I'll let you introduce yourself also. Go ahead, please. You have the stage.
Hello. Good evening, beautiful ladies. I am Ma Juliana Ashukem from Chang village, the only village which is a clan, a Fangafa Peyakanjem Chang. Thank you for this idea of the podcast to talk about Christmas in our villages in Cameroon. which is a little bit different from where we are now in US. I am the cultural officer for MOHWA Baltimore sub-branch. I can speak both languages, either Ejagam or Kenyan, so fluently. I am married to a Biagwa Opabayang. My husband is of late. And I thank you when we hear about MOHWA. MOHWA is leaving an impact in the world. Everywhere you go now, you hear the name MOHWA in any lips of Cameroonian, in here in the diaspora or back home. So we are here to talk about Christmas in Cameroon and in the village. I am excited to tell how we grew in the village. I am born and bred in Enchanting and I grew in the village. Thank you so much for this great idea. MOHWA, ahead. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yay. Thank you. I told you guys about her. Thank you for all the introduction, all our 4 guests. So, we're here to talk about the differences in Christmas in our villages. If you're not from the village, the town where you grew up, Manyu, and the Christmas is here in the US. So, our first question is, what are the biggest differences? What's the biggest difference between Christmas in Cameroon, in your village or in your town, and Christmas here in the US? I'm going to open the floor, but I'll start. Ma Veronica, would you like to give us your version? How do you feel? What are your thoughts on that?
Yes, Mom Mirabelle, my lovely queen sister. By the way, you're looking so pretty tonight. So I just had to tell you that. Thank you so much.
Well,
yes, growing up, you're welcome. Growing up in Manfi, when it was Christmas, it was like Jesus is coming. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. As far as we were concerned, we were going to see Jesus in person. So today is like the 17th. If you don't have your Christmas dress, your mommy, we call them mommy, papa. Your mommy and your papa will not have. Mommy, I don't get Christmas clothes. Papa, you never buy my Christmas clothes. It's like there is that commotion. And guess what they did? They will buy our dresses and hide them from us. Because they knew that out of excitement, we're going to take that dress, either way to church, sneak away to church, or show it to everyone. And on that day, it's no longer new. So what they did was they will buy us dresses and not tell us. Because first of all, you have to have a dress for Christmas. We call it Christmas clothes. No Christmas clothes, no Christmas. That was it. So What they did was they buy our clothes, they hide it from us, and around the 23rd, they'll give it to you. Like, this is, if you're lucky, right, you'll get it on the 23rd. If you're not lucky, you'll get it on Christmas morning. But sometimes when we bug them too much, they'll give it to us and be like, do not. You are not allowed to wear this. If you wear it, then just know you have to wear it again. And then your dress will not be new because it was about the yang. You can't wear your regular clothes on Christmas. Like, that ain't Christmas. So we had that excitement. And of course, on that day, you eat rice and stew and fowl. The rice and stew that you eat on that day is compared to none other. I don't know what they did. I don't know how they did it, but there was like a Christmas rice and stew. The stew in particular, you had to try it. So the excitement was just all over the place. The fact that you're having a new dress,
oh my God,
you're gonna eat your Christmas rice and stew. There was no feeling compared to that. So we grew up with that excitement, looking up to that new dress, looking up to that Christmas rice and stew. Yep, of course, the rice and
I'm
stew.
hearing Christmas clothes, new clothes, and rice and stew.
Christmas clothes, Christmas shoe, Christmas socks. If you're fortunate, you have Christmas underwear and Christmas wear. So it's like everything on that day had to be new, and it had the Christmas tag. You'll be like, Mommy, wait, go find your Christmas clothes. That's how we called it. Your Christmas clothes. It has to be your Christmas clothes. Yep. And of course, on that day, we'll go to church and come back. And everywhere that you go to visit, they're going to give you money,
Yeah.
Money wasn't easy to come by. So if somebody gives you money, you're looking forward to the fact that your uncles, aunties, your your big brothers, they're gonna give you money. So sometimes we bet like, okay, let's see how much I'm gonna make out of this Christmas. Let's see how much I'm gonna make out of this Christmas. Growing up without excitement, we couldn't wait for Christmas. We just couldn't. It was such a beautiful time together.
All right. All right.
Can I add?
I was going to say thank you so much. That was so funny and so down to
You
earth.
made me laugh so hard.
Yeah, that was just so true for most of us. Now let's hear what Ma Juliana Ashukem has to say about that.
Yeah.
Yes. You know, when we were growing up, at the time, rice is not as common as it is now that we eat rice every day. When we were growing up, a cup of rice used to be 20 francs, and it was not easy to get that rice. So when Christmas is coming, we knew that we eat rice, but on Christmas Day. When Christmas is coming, we start counting. It's December. We start counting. It's remaining 10 days. It's remaining 4 days. It's remaining 5 days. And as Ma Veronica said, the Christmas clothes, it has that meaning. It has that you treasure it. You treasure that your dress. And sometimes your parents will show it to you. Then you people go and sit with your friends and start saying, oh, my mother has bought me this clothes. And we have but 4 Christmas clothes, because in the village, there is Christmas, there is Boxing Day, there is New Year, and there is Boxing Day, New Year. So you have 4 clothes. If your parents cannot buy you 4 clothes, sometimes your friends come and begin to provoke each other. Oh, my mommy don't buy me clothes. I get 4 clothes. My mommy buy me new shoes. My mother has bought me new shoes, new pants, new hair. The hair they plait for you. The hair they plait. They make a ring. Oh my God. And that day,
Christmas hair.
Motobo. And we walk from one village to another looking for money, for somebody to dash us money for Christmas. You go from one house to another. When you go, they give you food. You don't want food. You want but money. That they should give you money. And the boys, they have this juju they call Nchuanda. They make it and they dance. I will sing a song they used to sing. Oh Kokoriko, oh yeah, oh yeah. Kokoriko, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
You need to continue that story. What happens if somebody doesn't give money? There's a follow-up song to that.
Yes. They will come to you until you give them money.
They sing you, Papa Oba hat, Mami
Yes, you have to give money. And sometimes as you say,
drop something.
Sometimes because of the excitement, you eat food until you even fall asleep. By the time you get up, Christmas has passed.
Christmas is over.
Because of too excitement to eat rice on that Christmas day. You eat until you fall asleep. You eat and drink. By the time you get up in the morning, that Christmas, I never wear my Christmas clothes. They say Christmas is over. That is how excited Christmas used to be in the village. And I'm telling you, the children nowadays, that enjoyment is not there because of the social media, and they are not, that fun is not more there. I am telling you, the fun that we had, it's so interesting. And I could give you what they make a show. They call it show. Bamboo show. They make palm fronds and they pay 10 francs 25 for you to enter. Those who don't have, they peep. They come and open at the palm frond to peep and see people who have paid that dancing, that music. They show. How do they do it?
Don't they call it social?
The social. They put a palm frond, they put the batteries all up.
Yes.
There's a chili lamp. There's a chili lamp where the music is playing and the big boys and girls are dancing. When we were
And then the
small, that
little
we
ones
were
are
peeping.
peeping through the,
That is where they
they're
start
peeping.
having boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yes.
We are peeping how people are doing their things. I am telling you, it was so exciting. I just had to go
Oh
back.
my God.
So let's
So,
continue.
Ma Juliana, I got a question. Ma Juliana,
Yes.
Juliana,
Wow.
I got a question. So,
Sure.
how can you help us here? A lot of us in the diaspora that don't have that experience, or some of us who had it back at home. What can we do to mimic that here, or to pass that on to our children, the next generation, to give some excitement, not just the material things that they buy for Christmas, but how can we continue some of that joy, that you had, that we had growing up, that excitement for Christmas? What can you advise us to do to foster this here with our kids here in the diaspora?
Okay, with our kids here, I think it's it's good for us to sit them down to explain to them how you enjoyed, how Christmas you took Christmas to be when you were growing up. To tell them, say, this clothes I am buying for you is for you to wear on a Christmas day. We call this Christmas clothes. To explain to them, to make them understand the meaning of the Christmas, how important Christmas is. Yes, we know here we buy clothes, we wear them every day, but to tell them that when I was growing up, we never had clothes as you people have them here. Our parents buy us new clothes, we wear them on Christmas Day. And sometimes, if you were lucky, your parents buy you that clothes for Christmas Day, you're getting another one again, another Christmas, when it's another Christmas is coming. That's when you're going to have a special clothes, a special shoe for you. So it's good to explain to them like that. Maybe you could make a little tradition in your home that, okay, on Christmas Day, I'll give my kids special clothes, not toys, not all this and that. We never had toys. We never had toys. Our own toys was the Christmas that the clothes that they were giving to us. We never had toys. So it's just good to explain to them, to make them understand that Christmas was so important. We go out to houses and they give us money, they dash us money. Here we don't have that because everybody is in their house. But back home, we're moving from house to house, even going to neighboring village to go and look for what? Money. For people to dash us money because we never had the money. So it's just good to explain to them, to really tell them how you grow up, how we grow up. We never grew up in material things. Yeah, they have everything, but we never grew up like that. It's just good for us to let them know about that and to let them know the importance of rice and chicken fowl on Christmas Day, or what we call pork meat on Christmas Day.
Thank you, Ma
Rice and
Juliana. Thank you so much.
Rice and stew.
Thank you so much, Ma Juliana. That was beautiful. That was beautiful, and I'm sure we will take away a lot from that, from everything we've heard. Now let's hear from Ma Rachel Ekandim, her own experiences for Christmas. What stands out in your mind, Ma Rachel? What are your fond memories for Christmas?
What stands out? Yeah, what stands out for me is that the Christmas, we have just 2 clothes, not 4, 2. So the clothes were made by a tailor that we have to go and measure them. They will buy the material, then we go and measure the clothes. I was born in Victoria, but I grew up in Womb, in the Northwest Province. So I didn't grow up in the Southwest. So when they buy those clothes, we go measure them, and on the 23rd, no. So when they take those clothes, they bring them. On the 24th, we all have to go to church. 24th, because we go to church, they do prayers, and then they have to do. It's like that day. It's like Jesus himself is there with those little things that they put in the manger. So they do that on that 24th. So you do the small drama. They turn all the lights in the church off. So you see that little thing is shining. So you know Jesus is coming. That is Mary. That is Jesus. Those are the shepherds. And on that 25th, that the Christmas day, I tell you, I don't know what they used to do for the rice and stew and that pork meat. I don't know. because I have never eaten that since that time. The rice and stew with that pork meat, it was so special that I don't know what my mother used to put. I don't know. So we go to church in the morning on the 25th. So after church, we come and eat. After we eat, we take our small stuff and we have to go and walk round our own small village to look for money. If you give us food, we eat. There was a time we had your stomach is this big. You come back home, you are instead in pain. You are in pain for eating food. The small money, how much is it? 10 francs, 5 francs. You might work all that day and you only have 200 francs, but it's a lot of money. It was a lot of money there for that 200. So that's how we used to enjoy the Christmas. But there was something, I don't know if I will get there now, that my Christmas clothes was messed up. The tailor did not finish and the tailor wasn't there. Something happened. So that was the worst experience. But apart from that it was
good. Okay, Ma Iya, what can you add to that? Thank you, Ma Candy.
I know that was when your dress is not fixed before Christmas, then in short they spoil your Christmas. That was a bad Christmas for you. You know, like similarly where I grew up in Mondemba with my mom, and we had like a Christian background. I grew up from a very religious home, a Christian background. My mom will always take us because my dad died when we were so young. I was so little, like 4 years when my dad died. So I grew up basically with my mom, and she was always in church, bringing us in church. And the Christmas period is a Christian-like period. She will sit us down. We talk about the birth of Christ, and we have to go to church and see how play all those drama, all those things, how Christ was born in the manger. We had to do all of that, and you always think of we couldn't wait to see that period of that particular time when the angel will come, and then when Jesus is born, and then they will turn off the lights, and then the lights come on in church, and then they start singing the Gloria. You know that okay, Christmas is here, and as they are ringing the bells, of course, rice and stew will fall. And the next thing is that we are going to eat rice and stew and chicken, because chicken, that's the most important part. You know, you don't eat chicken anyhow. Chicken means Christmas, and when you see rice and stew, it's Christmas. And pork, because
it wasn't called chicken; it was called fowl.
Fowl. Yeah, that particular fowl at that time is Christmas. You don't eat it with the fowl, because you grow your fowl from the 1st of January, waiting for the 25th of December to eat that fowl on that day. So when we come from, you can only eat it on that day. So after Mass on the 25th, that's when you eat. And my mom will cook that thing. Come on now, you lick your fingers. All of us will eat and we wear our clothes. And then our mom will share our money. She will give us money to go to tea time. The tea time dance. We'll go to tea time, and then we'll carry our younger ones. We'll go as a family, go to tea time, you dance and dance. But we must eat together as a family. We eat, and then we go to the Christmas tree. We'll build our own Christmas tree. Back in those days, we'll make our Christmas tree in the house, hang our sweets, cut all those little bonbons and all of that. We did the toilet tissue.
Oh, you had a Christmas tree.
Yes, our mom teaches us. She taught us how to make Christmas tree, how to make roses from toilet tissues, from the books, exercise books. She will cut the papers, teach us how to make rose flowers. We hang them on our Christmas trees, different colors, and then you see beautiful Christmas
like ornaments.
Trees. Wow. Yes, that's what we use for ornaments, and that's how you know, because like right now, that's how I knew how to do. I do deco because my mom taught me from scratch. So now I can do deco because I learned it from my mother. So she will do all of that. Yeah, we put those things for kids who come and visit. They'll go cut their own sweets from the Christmas tree. Then we'll go out. We'll go to tea time. She gives our money. Each person will have each child will have like 500 francs per child. And then we'll go as a family. We go to the tea time dance we close at tea time, will end at 6 o'clock.
That's about $1.
Yeah, we'll go and dance and drink our top orange. We
dance, so you have your
we start coming back. We start coming back home. We come back, and you come back and you come to the house, and then the day is over. And for some other kids, at times when we start going outside, Mom, we're not going anywhere. Kids will come and visit us and kind of like, Mommy, Happy Christmas. You see them little ones, they come, Mommy, Happy Christmas. Say Happy Christmas. We give them food. They'll be like, we don't want food. They are looking for money. You give them money. So Christmas was they want money. But what I noticed here in America is something different. The lifestyle is different. Everything is different. So, but what I do, like, because we just noticed everything is different for the kids right here, I try to like transmit that a tradition to them. We bring them together during Christmas. Like now, I try them. I bring my children together. Make sure that during Christmas, like now, we put up the Christmas tree. I make sure my kids put up the Christmas tree together as a family. And each time I like, okay, the person who has the best grade, who does something very good, is the person who is going to put up the star on the tree. So everybody strives to be the one to put the star.
Yes.
Like you'll be the one to put the star this time, and then they'll be like, okay, this person did it last time. I said, okay, be good. So at times they'll be like, okay, I'll be good. So like this year, 2 people did well. They became like the principal's list. 2 of them, they were the principal's list. I said, okay, surprise, who's going to put the star? So 2 of them, they were the ones to put the star. And then when we build the Christmas tree, I'm like, okay, then we call the names of those who can put the Christmas tree. They put it. So that's how I try to build them. And then we tell them what Christmas is back home and how we do it. So each time is Christmas, they look forward to that, not only waiting for Santa to come. And we try to blend to know that I say I'm an African mother. That's how we do it back home. That's how we dance. That's how we do things in Africa. So when the day they'll go to Africa, they shouldn't be surprised to see like this is what we do. We don't have Christmas trees. That is how we do our own. And when you come here, you see Christmas trees. You do this. You are waiting for Santa. We don't have Santa. We have our own.
Christmas.
Yeah, so that's how we try to blend the cultures, because when you go there, don't be surprised and things like that. So I try to make them understand that Christmas is different here, but back home, we go to homes. We visit other people, we go to church. And when it's time to go to church, I take them to church. And like, must we go? Yes, we must go, because that's how you know the culture. And little by little, I hope when they grow up, they too will blend our African culture with their own culture. But in that way, our culture is they're not going to forget our culture. They will carry it forward. So basically, the Christmas is
what do you cook at home? What dishes do you make? Do you make chin chin, puff puff?
Oh,
what dishes do you cook at home?
Like myself, as I say, I love my Manyu people. Guess what? On Christmas Day, I don't forget. I cook fufu and eru for sure. They eat fufu and eru. They cook my traditional dish, ekwang. They must eat it. And I cook my other dishes like itoko. They must eat it. I cook before I don't go to pizza and all of that. I tell them, people eat your pizza, but right now we eat it, and then I make them to eat rice and stew, and I tell them that it's not
rice and stew, no Christmas.
It's my traditional rice and fowl that we eat in those days. I go to the farm. I go to the farm to get live fowl. I said, this is how we do it. We cook it live and fowl. It's not that you're fowl in there. No, live. This one was killed, and then they're like, "Whoa, mom, yeah."
So fowl.
Yeah, this is the fowl, and we eat. That's what we do. Well, hopefully they'll like it. So that is traditional Christmas.
I see. Thank you so much, Maia. That was so enlightening. Thank you so much for that wonderful story. I see, Ma Mirabelle, you have not spoken about. I know you're dying. I know you have a lot on your sleeve.
I do.
Why don't you tell us about your own experience?
I'm just so amazed that she talked about a Christmas tree. I never saw a Christmas tree until I got to the US. I was like, what is that one over there? What is this? What Christmas tree? We never knew Christmas tree. So I remember when I saw a Christmas tree in the US, I was like, what is with the tree? Because I know Christmas is Jesus' birth. That's all that matters. The tree and Santa, no idea. didn't have that. The only Santa we knew was our parents and our Christmas clothes,
Yeah,
our rice
what
and
my
stew,
mom Mirabelle,
and the food we ate
Mom
on that
Mirabelle,
day.
what
So
my mom used,
that's
what
all
my
I
mom
remember.
used to give us, what my mom used to use,
So
you know,
what?
the
To hear
palm,
your experience.
you know, the palm tree. Like here, they use this Christmas tree. Back home, the palm tree. You know, I'm from
Yes.
Mundemba. We have a lot of palm. We produce palm oil, so we get the young palm trees.
Yeah.
The young ones, we take it
Yeah.
out. You put it in a bucket. You use a small bucket. We fill it with ground. We put it like that. It comes out like this, like a small this palm tree. And so you put all the ornaments. It's beautiful. We put all the ornaments and hang them like that. Yeah. So that's what we use. Like Christmas tree. Yes.
I can imagine.
And the lights. We
I'm
put a little lights.
just amazed you did that because I had no idea about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes,
It's
that's
beautiful.
amazing. Yeah, I can picture that. I'm just surprised that you had that in Cameroon because, well, like I said, I call myself a village girl. I didn't have any of those. All I knew was what was in the village. The biggest thing I remember for Christmas is how well we had to clean the compound. Do you guys remember that? You had to literally sweep.
Yeah.
The house has to be
Perfect.
clean. It's as if Jesus was coming to your house. Jesus is being born, and you think Jesus is being born in your father's living room. That's how clean the house had to be. Those were the memories I have of Christmas. Yes, I enjoyed that time. And those of us that grew up in the village, you guys know mud house, right?
Yeah.
You remember the mud house?
Yes.
You know what we do to beautify our house? We literally take paint. You take your palm like this, you put it on the paint and put it on the wall of the house, especially the inside. That's how you make it nice and pretty beautiful and clean. It's like a facelift, like a makeover for your home. That's what we did. And that's the thing you do. It's only Christmas. So Christmas time is like you have to give your home a facelift. That's the funness. Is that the word? That's my most fun memory of Christmas.
Yeah.
The cleaning up, getting ready as if Jesus is actually coming into your living room in that little manger. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
So what do you tell your kids? What do you tell
this
your
is
kids
really, really
to do now?
exciting.
Do you carry the same tradition by cleaning the house? And what do you cook and clean? And how do you decorate the house for Christmas?
Oh, wow. Decoration was not so much a big deal. Like I said, it wasn't really a big deal. As long as the house was clean, that was it. We didn't have much to decorate. But the dishes we cook, of course, rice and stew. If you cook rice and stew, maybe pepper soup. But if you cook pepper soup, it has to be from pork. Because somebody comes to your house, you give them any other food. That day, we don't even want to eat fufu and eru. You know fufu and eru. You know how bad you women love fufu and eru. Christmas Day is like, fufu and eru is on the side. It has to be rice and stew. Hey, whatever version of the rice and stew.
Rice and stew.
Or with
Rice
the
and
meat, or the cow meat, or with the what? Right, that's how we call it, rice and.
Yeah.
I know, right? Rice and
like that. So that's
Yeah, we
how
have
the
to
rice
rice
and house.
Yep.
If they didn't have rice and stew.
I remember something as Ma Mirabelle said.
Yes, ma.
When we were growing also, to decorate your house, at that time, they cut papers in such a way that when you open it, it comes out like a ring.
Yeah, we use our old exercise books.
Our old exercise will carry it like a ring. They put it in the whole.
Yeah, put it on the doorpost and the window.
And then they take it like an
overflow.
They take a palm tree. They make a palm tree like a mat, and they put it at the door. And as Ma Mirabelle said, they clean the compound. The compound has to be perfectly.
You change your blinds.
You change the blinds.
You change
everything. Oh God, it's so interesting. I miss those days.
If you cannot change the blind, you have to take them down and wash it.
About Christmas. There was just something special about Christmas.
And the whole place
is like a regular Sunday.
The place everywhere is Christmassy.
And also, if your parents don't have money to buy the fowl, this Morocco, this makiro, they call it makiro. We call it Morocco. It's not the type now that it doesn't even.
Did it come from Morocco?
I don't know where that name came from.
They call it sapak.
Oh, mackerel.
They call it sapak.
Sapak is the name. Sapak.
Morocco.
That's what
Where
we
did
call
Morocco
it.
come from? How did Morocco get there?
I don't know. If your parents don't have money to buy fowl, they
That's
buy
what we
that
call it,
sapin.
Sapak Morocco. You're right, Mommy.
Morocco. Eh?
And
Yes.
it's not this one that is, you know, there's another one now. These days, that one is so smooth. I don't like that one. That one that has those things on the skin. You had to remove it.
The
And
scale.
I'm
Yeah.
telling
Real
you,
mackerel.
That's called the Spanish. It's called the Spanish
Yes,
mackerel.
yeah, you're right.
Yes.
You're right.
Spanish mackerel.
Yeah, is that one?
Yes, it is. It's a Spanish mackerel.
Spanish mackerel. Yes.
He has
No,
it.
the
He
one,
has his
no,
own
I'm
taste.
saying the Morocco in those days, in the 80s and 70s, taste. As they say, I don't know our parents,
Yes.
what were they using to cook? When they fry you onions, you are coming from there, you're looking for the house that food there.
Yeah.
This, oh God. It was the food, the stew taste.
Juliana, you may have to
Sorry,
replicate
can I
that
interrupt you guys for a
Morocco for
second?
us to come and eat.
I just remember.
Mama, the 1 year doesn't taste. The 1 year doesn't taste.
I remember
if
the
you-
first time. I remember
And
my
guess what?
mother's
The-
first
Our
Christmas
parents
in the
in those
US.
days, they didn't even have the spice. The
fish.
spices they used, they didn't
We
even have
did
much.
fish, and mommy ate the
No.
fish. She said,
Garlic smells like the garlic. Does garlic smell here? No. When you there, you grind garlic to cook. Somebody is coming, is looking for where
They are cooking that thing.
yeah,
that thing. Some people don't even have money to buy even that Morocco, even that
smell.
fowl. They buy this geisha. The geisha that is in tins, and that's their own food. That's their own food where they cook with the rice. Because if your parents don't have, it was difficult.
Full of
I will tell you
flavor.
that.
When Maia said they decorated Christmas tree, I was like, Maia, Mama was probably very rich. You guys
I
had a
know.
Christmas tree, like, hello,
Wow, the
hello.
tree. That
Christmas
we don't know any better. We knew by the pram, and then they call it Christmas tree. She would say this is Christmas because they used to tell them, you know, those white guys, the white
It's a tree,
people who came, the priests, the white
Yes.
priests that came over for in church. They'll talk to tell them about the Christmas tree. So my mom, they used to be so close to the church, and then they'll be teaching them about Christmas trees, and then they'll tell them about all those things, and they'll talk about the palms you can use. They'll teach them you don't necessarily need those trees. This is how you can do it to bring Christmas to your home. Like use what you have to experience the
have
joy
that
of
effect.
Christmas. So she will come now and teach her own children in the house, like do this. That's how it is. So we will make all those things in our own house. We feel the Christmas. We'll put small lights, make our own the way it can be. And you know, she used to teach even women. You go to their houses, she said, do it like this. People started in our back in our village. You see women go when it's Christmas, you harvest their little palm trees, put them in a bucket, design them. You come to their houses, their homes are beautifully made with those you know, this other there's another like this sweets that they eat. It was shining like
Yes.
that. It has
They
two
tie it.
colors.
Yes.
They will
They cut
untie
it.
it, they cut it, and then their kids will blend them until they are long like that. They become beautifully made. You
Talk
hang
about
them in their tree.
creativity.
It's very beautiful. If they don't tell you how they do it, you'll be like, wow, what did they use to beautify this? They had Christmas trees. So so
All right. We'll
Christmas
move to the
was
next
good.
question now. So let's talk about New Year's. I'll start with Ma Veronica. Ma Veronica, tell me about New Year's. What do you remember about New Year's? And how do you celebrate that here with your children? What's the difference based on when you grew up and how you do it now in America with your children?
Yes. Thank you, my Judith. Memories from New Year. Of course, I grew up in a Christian home, a lot of Christian teaching background and things like that. So first of all, we'll go to church on the 31st. New Year had to meet you in church, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, like you had to be in church just to give homage to God, the fact that he's watched you throughout the year, and it's like you're dedicating your new year unto him. So I remember when we'll go to church, we'll come back. When my dad was alive, this is one of the fun things I remember about him. On the 31st, breaking first, after we come back from church, he will offer each person his choice of drink. I was only allowed to drink top. So he would give me a bottle of top, and then my brothers would get whatever they wanted. I think that was just his own way of wishes for the new year, like acknowledging us and things like that. So that was what we did that I really remember about New Year. But over here, of course, I try to make sure we start the year in church. Even if we do not go the 31st, we go the 1st, just rededicating that year to God, because we want to commit everything into his hands. When we do that, we know he's going to be there with us. And that's something I do with my kids. And like Maya mentioned earlier, we're passing on those values and hoping that they'll see the necessity. And when they grow old and move out of the house, they're going to continue, not only practice it, but when they get of age, just not having their own children, building their families. Those are some of the things that they will pass on to. So again, we just do all of that and try to just reinstitute that value of family and bringing God into your life, because there is nothing we basically can do without him.
That's very, very, very insightful. Thank you so much. Now, Ma Rachel and Candim, can you add, is there anything you can add to that, Ma Rachel? Let's hear your take on that.
My take is almost similar to what Ma Etaka just said. We try, my parents will always try to, since it's a Christian home, we always go to church on the 31st, we pray, and when we get home, they try to make us a small party, put everybody sit together, and then we eat, kind of that night after church, try to make it like, oh, we get to the new year, and everybody put music and we try to dance. So that's the kind of value I still have till today, that I know on that day, we all have to go to church. We must go to church. That 12 o'clock, we have to meet us in church. So we pray, and then when we get home, you can do whatever you want to do after that. That's how we try to come up with the new year every year.
Wow. So, Ma Juliana, what did they do in the village? Thank you, Ma Rachel. Ma Juliana, in the village mostly, how do they welcome the new year?
Yes. In the village, Christmas was for kids. New Year was for our parents. They would drink on the 31st until, and then on New Year Day, that is when the parents would dress. New Year is for parents. Christmas is for kids. And also for New Year, the same as we also go to church. But for New Year, if you have food for New Year, you thank God. In our home, we always cook by fufu on New Year Day, because we've eaten all the good food on Christmas and Boxing Day. So New Year, some people don't even really have food to eat. But parents, if they can have their drinks, their beer, and they drink and they enjoy themselves, they will tell us, you people had already enjoyed yourself on a Christmas Day. New Year is for us. They will drink, and some women, oh Lord.
And then emphasis on that drink. She has to emphasize on that drink. That means it was real drinking.
It was real drinking. That is when you see the New Year Day, any Manyu woman go move it to rapper. They move, they don't go
move
back.
last box.
They buy last box. They buy that Holland, they buy that George, they tie it and they tie that, they tie. Look, man, come on.
Yes.
If you tie that, when they have drunk that beer, they look, man, come on that time, hey, they are coming, dancing, and one head apart is going this way.
Mami Rabel, add to that effect. I'm sure you get talk for talk, Mami Rabel. Mami Rabel, I know so you get talk for that one too. May we hear your own for
you know how she talk. Do you guys know? Do you guys know? Thank you, Ma. Do you know why the bottom wrapper why they tie it so tight? I think it's because of that New Year. Because the way you tie the bottom wrapper, you tie it so tight that nothing can take it off your waist. Those women on that New Year's Day, that first wrap, the top wrapper is always coming off.
And they're
always falling.
That's That's what Big Mommy is talking about. That top wrapper is always dragging somewhere else. But thank God that bottom wrapper always stay intact, so nobody's naked. But yeah, what I remember the most is the dancing. Oh my gosh. Every house you go, every corner, all the chakara boombox, what do we call it back home? All the radios, they're out. Any music you have, everywhere you go is dancing. Dancing and drinking. You have the palm wine. If you have enough money, you can buy the beer or the Guinness or the top for the young kids. But like Mambi said, it's mostly for the adults because they literally said the Christmas has passed. That was for the children. You had what you wanted to eat. You wore your clothes. So this is now for the adult. But we always pick it back. Oh, as the adults are dancing, we too are there because that's when they really play the traditional music, the makosas, all the oldies, all the music. So a lot of celebration and dancing. That's the joy about. And as you're dancing, you know the next day is what they call it Boxing Day, New Year, right? So you have more time to rest. But that time of dancing, I really enjoy it because it's a lot of fun. We go from house to house, and then you don't even care too much about food. It's just a lot of dancing. So everywhere you go, they have a radio. Play music.
That's beautiful, Mommy Mirabelle. That's so wonderful.
It brings so much fun
wonderful stories. So we're going to, from what I understand, we have shared so much, and I have learned quite a bit. I didn't grow up in the village, but you know, our stories are all similar, you know. So, but I have learned some things that I didn't know also. You know, we were what you call co-speaking. So we are all experienced.
And grow for course.
A little bit different, you know.
We used to have some agrofo course who will come back to the villages for Christmas and they'll be doing their haimao, like see that one day.
You know,
Yes,
so from what I understand from the moderators, it's time for us to wrap
That's what I
up.
was going to say. My Judith.
This has been so enlightening. So I understand from the moderators, we have to do a wrap up. So I will start from top with Ma Juliana, a little brief wrap up, you know, what you want the people watching to take home, you know, from this podcast today, you know, about Christmas in Cameroon, back in the village and in our culture, how we celebrate Christmas and the coming of the new year. Just a take home for us, for the people in diaspora and also back at home who might be listening to this. So we start with Ma Juliana.
Okay, I will say for the people back home that the kids should go back to how to enjoy Christmas in a simple way that if not of what is going on back home, the main purpose for Christmas to go out to enjoy themselves, to have fun, and for us who here in the diaspora to really make our kids enjoy Christmas, to not too much of material things, but the little that you can give to them. They should just teach them the importance of Christmas, the importance of the rice and stew on that Christmas day. On Christmas Day is so important. And the little money you give to them, to tell them that we used to move from house to house begging for money, for money, not here that people have. Thank you so much. It's so wonderful and so interesting. I'm still waiting for more of these such topics, different topics, not only on Christmas. Thank you.
Thank you, Ma Juliana. Thank you so much. And then the next will be Ma Veronica Etaka.
Thank you so much, my beautiful queen. Thank you, my Judith. I wish we had all night here. It's like we just started and now they say we have to end. Oh, well, talking about just a recap of what we've talked about and growing up, I wish there was a way we could like really replicate to our kids what we had growing up. Fortunately, unfortunately, we are not able to do that. But as mothers, as nation builders that we are, in our own little way, starting with our families, let's try to educate our children. Let them know what our values are. Let them know what the expectation is and how they should carry that forward. That way, our traditions are not being lost, especially the kids we're raising here. Where in an area that is very far from home, they're faced with we're like in a mix. We're in Rome, we're trying to do what the Romans are doing, and then we're trying to bring forth what we had growing up. So I just want to encourage myself. I know it's a continuous battle. I'm encouraging myself and all the mothers who will be watching and listening to us. Let's not negate what we had growing up, because whatever we are today, those values have shaped us. So if we put that on the side, we're not doing ourselves, our children, and the future generation any favor.
Amen.
Let's continue to teach them. Let's continue to impact them. And surprisingly, we did not have much growing up. But like my queen sisters have been saying, the joy that we had during Christmas and New Year, like you can beat that. You didn't need to have an iPhone 12, this or that to be happy. No. But over here, it is what it is. We're not gonna fight that. But let's just try to instill in them those core values, the family, the love that you have for your sister, your brother, one another. By so doing, we're making our families, our society, and the world a better place. So good job to MOHWA USA Inc. MOP. Please do not hesitate to subscribe. This is the first of many editions, and you don't want to miss any.
Amen.
To everyone who's watching us back home, asaloto, I wish you guys a very Merry Christmas, and please stay tuned to MOP. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Ma Veronica. Thank you for the words of wisdom. That's so, so true. Thank you so much. And then we will hear from Ma Iya as well. So Ma Iya, your take on this. What is your take-home message for those listening in the diaspora and back at home?
Oh, wow.
New Year.
Oh, thank you, my queen, my Judith. Thank you so much, my dear queens, my beautiful MOHWA women, my beautiful MOP ladies. You are the best, the best, the best. I just want to say that this is an amazing endeavor for all of you. It's a very good thing that we are doing. When we do this, the only way we can be able to impact our children to carry out this our cultures because it's difficult, as Veronica just explained. It's very difficult for us to bring back these things, but when we put them like in our families, we start from within, then it can go without. And when we teach our children how we teach them what we were doing in those back home, and we teach them here in our own families, they'll be able to carry out this little by little. And that's the more reason, like myself, I'm proud to say, as a mother, I know I don't hail from Manyu division, but I got children from Manyu. And that's the more reason I know that if I don't know the culture of Manyu, how will my own children know where they come from? That's why you see me in this position. And I am bent on learning the Manyu culture for me to implant this culture to my children. Absolutely. So they can, wherever they are, they don't miss anything. So I give them this knowledge and I'm ready to do it. If you are doing it to these children, they too will carry on this culture forward. So let us not sit behind. Our mothers, wives, come out and join MOHWA. Join the ladies, learn the culture, impact your children, let them be proud of the culture, and give them what they need, no matter where you are. Here in the USA, I believe the Manyu women, they know that this culture is real. That's why we started the MOHWA USA Inc. So we can implant these ideologies to our children here. It's difficult because of where we find ourselves. But the little we can do, we give them, it will help them. They will not be like completely lost. They will get it. And little by little, they will know their roots and they will keep it. You don't know how much this can help these children. And if we say, because I am from Oroko, I should teach my children only where I come from, that's not being fair to these kids. I have to teach them the both sides, and I have to let them know that they are Manyu kids and they get it. So I am ready to teach them. Why not you? Come on, let's together keep these children awake. Let them know what their values are. And as a family, little by little, they will get it. Please subscribe to our channel as you listen to us. Happy Christmas. Enjoy the Christmas. Enjoy with us as we continue to bring out to you all those things that we enjoy as Manyu women, as Manyu children, by birth or by marriage. Thank you very much, ladies. Thank you, queens.
Thank
I
you,
love you.
Maia.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Maia. Thank you so much. Thank you. And then our last will be Ma Rachel Ekandim. And then after that, Ma Mirabelle, the floor is yours. So Ma Rachel Ekandim, let's hear from you again. And then let's hear your own wrap-up, the take-home messages that our sisters, mothers, and even brothers and husbands watching will take with them from this meeting.
Okay, MOHWA. What a blessing. The take home I will say is that we should try by all costs what we can do to promote what we stand for. We know nowadays Christmas is being so commercialized. The only thing the kids of today think of is about gift, 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 and gift. So what I think we should do, we should try to promote some love to them. Tell them that it's all about the coming of Christ. Let's show love to one another. Let's share. The little you have, share with your brothers, share with your sister. Try to think of those who don't have. So try and give. Try to give the little you have, the one you are giving to, try and able to share. So MOHWA USA, I just pray we stand for what we believe. We are doing a good job and we should continue to do the good job. Great guys.
Amen.
Thank God for everything.
Thank you, Ma Rachel Ekandim. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you, Mike Kandim. You know, I've never been more proud to be a Manyu woman as I am right now. What a privilege. Thank you all, beautiful queens. Wow. My take home is I know we live in a different culture and a different tradition. And yes, our kids here only think about give, give, give. But the worst part about them thinking about give, they only think about receiving gifts. So one thing we can do is, yes, it's all about give. It's about the give of Christ, right? Christ gave himself. So we have to kind of encourage them to not only receive gifts, but also give gifts. In my house, what we do Christmas Eve is we tell them stories of how we grew up, how we spent Christmas. And my kids love hearing those stories. And somehow I feel like we repeat the same stories every year, but they just think like, wow, I didn't know that. So that's something really exciting. And it's sinking in as we're telling them our tradition, how we grew up, and they pick up on it. We go to church, we celebrate Christmas at church. We also break into the new year at church. So that is also instilling in them the whole purpose of Christmas, which is the birth of Christ. So as much as you're going to get a gift, also make sure you give a gift. So you're giving and receiving. So we're kind of integrating the African culture and the American culture and making sure that they also move it forward. So someday when I go into my kids' house, when I have grandkids, I want them to be able to sing Christmas carol, dance Bayangi songs, the Christmas night, tell stories. And if they can't remember, hopefully grandma will be there to remind them of how I spent my Christmas, how we grew up, so we can continue to pass it on. MOHWA is we uplift each other, we uplift the girl child. And this is something we want to continue to instill in our children, especially that girl child. Thank you so much, women. I'm so happy that we're able to do this. I'm going to turn it over to my co-host, my Judith, to wrap up so that we can go spend Christmas with our families. My Judith?
Well, Ma Mirabelle, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your contribution and spearheading all of this. You and Ma Bisong and everybody else who's been behind the scenes. Ma Stephanie, I know you're probably listening. We want to thank you, as well as our national president, Ma Bree, also, who did the introduction for this. And this is our first episode. And we will be making more podcasts and sharing with you guys every month. I do believe so. We will try to do that. And I want to thank you all guests, all of you who've contributed, from Ma Veronica, Ma Juliana, Ma Rachel, Ma Iya, and everybody else who's watching. My words of departure would be, so until next time, I would say you keep shining, my beautiful queens, keep inspiring others and keep embracing the unique magic that is being a Manyu woman. Continue amplifying the voices that make MOP the vibrant community it is today. And from the heart of MOHWA USA Inc. to the hearts of Manyu women everywhere, thank you for being a part of this podcast and a part of the MOP family. Together, we will continue to write the narratives of strength, unity, and sisterhood. Until next episode, stay vibrant, stay connected, and stay proud to be a Manyu woman. The choco. Ekume. Ujoli. Peace.
Manyu woman, oh yeah!
Mowa.